Allison was at school at Stanford in Palo Alto, and she was sick for a few days, and she tried to get medical help, and she was calling and telling me how sick she was. So I went to pick her up, brought her home, and we had an appointment at Kaiser on Monday morning, March 8th, or Monday afternoon, and when we went in, she was immediately rushed by ambulance over to Sutter Davis emergency room, and they worked very quickly in the emergency room and sent her up to the ICU, and she remained there for 4 weeks.
People in the ICU were very open to having us there a lot of the time, and Tony and I were there basically around the clock. They were very, very accommodating, and they were very open to answering our questions, even though they were naive or repetitive or we were stressed out.
The staff was really, they were so warm and caring, in addition to being extremely competent medically. So we felt like we were in the best possible hands at a time that was extremely stressful and frightening for all of us. Dr. Kennedy was a great doctor. He was very, very knowledgeable, professional, and also very personable. And I always felt like he was going to do everything he possibly could to help Allison and to support all of us.
Every day he made time for us. Would meet with us and answer all our questions.
The nursing staff was incredible, and it's hard to name them all without leaving anybody out, but I'd like to try anyway. So we had great help from Jean, Jackie, Jane, John, Ellen, Pat, Aggie, Svetlana. JT was a respiratory therapist who was really impressive. He was in the emergency room. I remember him from that moment, and every time he came in the room I just felt a sense of, oh good, we're in really good hands. I mean, all the RTs were good, but he was great. He really seemed to know exactly what he was doing and to be very positive and supportive. So
even the ones who were not taking care of Allison on a given day were supportive of us and were backing up the nurse who was taking care of Allison. It was a team approach. I felt like it wasn't just one person that we were relying on. It was the doctor, the RT, the nurse, and everyone surrounding them and backing them up.
They would stop by and just check in with us and offer support, and it was really a great experience at a horrible time. Lots and lots of support from the Sutter staff, and we really appreciated it.
I was really impressed with how personable everyone who works in the ER was, and everyone in this whole hospital. And I was impressed with how Dr. Kennedy and some of the nurses would call in and check how Allison was doing on their days off. So we could tell that they really cared, and they seemed so truly happy whenever she made progress, and it was just really touching because we felt like they were really supporting us.
I didn't know where I was or what had happened or how long it had been or anything, and I remember my mom saying that there are all these people at Sutter who love you, and as soon as you feel good enough, we need to go back and see them and say thank you and bring them cookies.
Didn't someone say something funny like, you don't know any of us, but we love you and we need to hug you?
Yeah.
Something like that.
Just really, really grateful for everything that was done for us, for our whole family, and especially for Allison, by the ICU staff and the emergency room staff as well.